Don't you worry, don't you cry. I can promise it gets better in time. Keep your head up, keep your shine. Hold my hand up, it gets better in time.
Hi guys, Irene, welcome back to my channel. If you're a new babe, hit the subscribe button because you're gonna wanna stay. If you're returning, hey besties, it's so good to see you guys again. We're back. We're one day late, but we are back with another meal prep video. Listen, I just needed a break from the beginning of the school year. I just needed to rest yesterday, but today you are getting the meal prep video. So I do apologize that you are getting it on a Sunday and not a Saturday, but nonetheless, we're here. You guys have been really enjoying my meal prep videos. No worries, these videos are not going anywhere. One, because well, I need to eat too. So as long as I'm eating, I might as well show you what I'm eating and then just give you guys some creative food inspiration. I'm not doing a grocery haul, but my grocery list will be linked down below in the description box, along with each of the recipes featured in this video. This video is literally about convenience. Now that I'm back in school, I don't want to spend so much time in the kitchen like all day prepping. So these 3 recipes took about a maximum of an hour and 12 minutes with cleanup. And that's because I was filming. Probably without it, we would be under an hour. Also, you guys can pause to read my disclaimer right here. I am not a professional. I'm just showing you guys what I'm eating for the week and hopefully giving you the creative food inspiration that you are looking for, because eating healthy does not have to be boring or disgusting. It never gave that. And on this channel, we're gonna season with love and we're gonna adapt and modify the foods that we already love to just, you know, fit better into our macros. So now that that's all out of the way, please enjoy this meal prep and I'll check in with you guys at the end. All right, you guys, so we're starting with dinner today and I'm making one of the easiest meals that you can probably find on my channel, a sheet pan meal with some salmon, asparagus, and potatoes. Literally one pan, easy cleanup, and super delicious. So I'm gonna take 3 fillets of salmon and I'm going to season them well with some garlic powder, chili powder, black pepper, and some salt. Drizzle with a little bit of olive oil. You can use as much or as little as you want to. I'm just gonna use, you know, maybe like 2 tablespoons of oil, but I'm not measuring. And I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that the salmon is coated really well on both sides with the seasoning. As I'm letting my salmon marinate just for a little bit, I'm gonna prepare my asparagus because I feel like salmon and a green vegetable just goes, and asparagus is this week's veggie of choice. I'm gonna go ahead, wash them. I de-stemmed that hard stalk at the end and I'm gonna cut them on a diagonal and then follow up with some seasonings. I'm using a little bit of salt, some red chili flakes because you know we love her, too much black pepper, don't be like me, just a little bit of that, and then some fresh garlic, of course some olive oil, and we're just gonna toss them together and set them aside. Now, y'all know I love me a potato, okay? I've never met a potato that I didn't like unless it's a sweet potato, and I'm sorry, no shade, they're not for me. I love these little baby yellow potatoes. They cook up so quickly and they're just like delicious. I don't know, these are my favorite potatoes at the moment. And I'm gonna take 3 servings of them, so it was about 6 to 8 little potatoes. And I'm going to basically quarter them and then cut them in half. And then I'm gonna add them to a bowl and we're gonna season with some basic seasonings, some garlic powder, salt, black pepper, and chili powder. Again, I love the chili powder for the taste and also the gorgeous color that it gives. Drizzle with a little bit of olive oil and then give them a good toss. Now it's time to put everything on this pan. I prepared this baking sheet by spraying with some spray olive oil, adding my 3 pieces of salmon, and then I'm keeping the asparagus and the potatoes separate. So asparagus on one side, potatoes on the other side. And I'm gonna do my best to try to get them in an even layer. That way they don't steam too much. But because of the size of my pan, they're gonna steam a little bit, and that's okay. Once everything is flattened out, I'm gonna go ahead and pop this pan into the oven and bake at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes. since this meal is pretty basic, I wanted to spice up the salmon just a little bit. I'm gonna make a quick little glaze, a honey Dijon glaze with a little bit of Dijon mustard, some honey, a little bit of fresh lemon juice, and some cayenne pepper and salt. Give that a good mix till I'm ready to glaze the salmon. So the first 20 minutes of the cooking process is done. The salmon is pretty much done, but now I want to add this glaze. I'm adding about 2 spoonfuls, so about 2 tablespoons of the glaze onto each. And then I want to make sure that I'm tossing around the asparagus and the potatoes so that way they're not burning on one side and that they're going to be able to evenly cook on the pan. This is what our sheet pan meal is looking like. Looks so good. And when I tell you this glaze on top of the salmon was like, I mean, there are not even words, y'all. The glaze was so good. I will definitely be making it again. It's just crazy how you can take a few simple ingredients and just make something that's just like a delicacy. Then for my favorite part, we're gonna assemble, and we're using my meal prep containers. I feel like I haven't used these in so long, but I'm gonna go ahead and divvy up everything evenly. I ended up having to pop the potatoes back into the oven for an additional 15 minutes because they still weren't cooked all the way. And then finally dressing the asparagus with a little bit of fresh lemon juice. And y'all, this was just so good. It was good every single day that I had it. Moving right along to our lunch. This is a recipe that has been on my channel before, but I just wanted to bring it back because it's so good. I'm making a buffalo chicken salad, okay? We're spicing up some chicken salad today. So right now I'm just preparing my veggies. I'm gonna finally chop up a little bit of not asparagus, oh my gosh, celery. Come on, Rihanna, get it together. Celery, because it gives like buffalo wings, and celery, you know, like I just feel like that just goes. And then a little bit of red onion because, you know, I'm a red onion stan, okay? We love her over here. Then once my vegetables are chopped, I'm gonna go ahead and flake 2 cans of canned chicken. And look at this tiny little baby mayonnaise. Oh my gosh, this was so funny when I saw it in the store. Y'all know I don't really love mayonnaise, but this was the perfect size mayonnaise jar for me. And then I'm adding some Frank's Red Hot buffalo sauce, followed by some seasonings, and then our chopped veggies. And we're gonna go ahead and mix this up. That's really the recipe right here. Nothing too crazy. Quick, easy, and delicious. And finally, for the moment I've been waiting for, first of all, these breakfast cookies have also been featured on my channel before, but like I just had to bring them back because y'all, I never met a cookie I didn't like, okay? I know a cookie hates to see me coming. But right now I'm preparing the fruit for these chocolate strawberry breakfast cookies. They're so good. It's kind of like a baked oatmeal in a cookie, and we're just adding my favorite mix in. So some strawberries and some chocolate. They're gonna do the job every single time. So I took about 6 to 8 strawberries, and I'm gonna go ahead and chop them up kind of small, kind of about the size of the chocolate chips, just to make it easier to eat. Now into a bowl, I'm going to prepare my wet ingredients. So I have 3 whole bananas. They should be more ripe than this, but you know, I just needed to get rid of these bananas and they weren't ripe, so it is what it is. The riper the banana, the sweeter the cookie will be. And then I'm gonna add 3 to 4 tablespoons of honey. Depends on your sweetness level, but 3 to 4 works perfect for me. I'm also gonna add some vanilla extract, and you know that is one thing that I never measure on this channel. It's like basically the sweet version of seasoning, because we have to season with love, and so with the baking goes the same. Then I'm gonna add 3/4 cup of some melted peanut butter. You could also use almond butter, cashew butter, whatever nut butter of choice. This was just my go-to, and I'm gonna go ahead and mix this up really, really well. Now for my dry ingredients, I'm gonna go ahead and add 3 cups of some 1-minute cooking oats, some cinnamon, and I mean, just, you know, measure that with your heart because you can never have too much cinnamon, and then a dash of salt. I would say about 1/4 teaspoon, nothing too crazy. And then we're gonna combine the wet with the dry. Now, y'all know I love me some chocolate, so I added about 1 cup of chocolate chips and then all of the strawberries, and then I want to fold them in gently, being careful not to break up the strawberries because I really want to be able to taste the strawberry and be able to identify what I'm actually eating in the cookie. There's nothing worse than having a cookie that has all these ingredients in it and you really can't identify what you're actually eating. So I want y'all to know that there are fresh strawberries in this cookie. Now I'm gonna use an ice cream scoop and scoop 6 cookies onto a baking sheet. I pre-lined mine with a little bit of spray olive oil and parchment paper, and then I'm gonna flatten them out and bake them for about 13 minutes at 350 degrees. I had to do this in 3 batches, which honestly, I feel like it just didn't take that long. Like they were all done in 45 minutes, which was perfect. You can use your hand or you can use a measuring cup to help flatten it out, but my hands basically was working a little bit better and it didn't stick as much to my hand as it did with the measuring scoop. Now look at these cookies fresh out of the oven. Tell me you don't want one. Go ahead and lie. Go ahead and lie and say that you don't want one. Let me stop playing with y'all. I'm gonna let these cookies cool on a baking rack, and then I'm gonna save most of these and pop them in the freezer to store. And that's really all I have for you. All right, if you guys have made it this far, why don't you draw me a strawberry emoji? Wait, is there a strawberry emoji? Let me just double check before I ask. There is a strawberry emoji, and the reason for it is because my favorite recipe from this meal prep is those chocolate strawberry breakfast cookies. Who does not love a cookie at breakfast? It's just giving chocolate covered strawberries for breakfast, and yeah, so if you made it this far, drop a strawberry emoji. Also, let me know what your favorite recipe was. And with that, I'm gonna leave you guys off here. A huge thank you to you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Also, be sure to turn on your post notifications. That way you can be notified every time I drop a new video. And until next time, babes, I'll see you in my next.